working on a 2012 Chevy Cruze. We're going to change the oil as well as the oil filter. And inside here, a little different than your normal older vehicles that have your oil filter. This one comes with a canister, and let me scroll in, as you can see right here. So you're going to pull out this canister, and inside there is the actual oil filter. But before we do that, we'll get the vehicle up on jacks. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to take off the oil cap, set that aside. From here, we're going to go down below and position the oil pan, as you can see here. And right back in here is the oil pan bolt, as you can see right there. And this specific bolt is aluminum, so chances are it will strip, so be careful as you take it off. Highly recommend to get a replacement bolt. Don't put this old bolt back on because, again, it's aluminum, it's not steel, it's very weak. So we're going to loosen that up and allow the oil to drain into the pan. Our drain plug is loosened, and the oil's going to come out pretty quick, so make sure that that pan, I got pretty dirty on that one, but make sure that pan is in position. Be environmental friendly. Don't just let this pour out onto the ground or onto the grass. Make sure it goes into the pan. Let all that oil come out. It's going to come out pretty forcefully at the beginning, and then it's going to lead at the end down to just a dripping action. The benefit of doing oil changes by yourself is take some time after you release that drain plug. Allow all of that oil to spill out. If you take it to a local quick oil change, you're in and out in about 10 to 15 minutes. So not all the old dirty oil leaves the engine. So again, this is a benefit of doing it yourself. From here, just take some time, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and just let that drain all out. From the top of the engine, again, we use a 24mm socket, and it is a 1/2 inch socket wrench going on, and we are just going to loosen that up. Again, be careful because these parts are plastic. As you can see, the oil canister cap is coming off. We are going to release that and pull off the filter. Alright, the canister cap is loosened. We are going to slowly and gently pull that off. As you can see, the oil filter itself is there. We're going to pull that out by hand. Alright, so there's the old filter. We're going to hop over to the desk and show you the new filter as well as the new gasket ring, the rubber ring that goes on the canister cap. A quick comparison between the old dirty and used filter compared to the new one. We went with a Bosch brand, as you can see here, and refer to your manual to make sure that you are getting the correct filter. This is a gasket ring that goes on the actual canister cap here. Just go ahead and take a small pick or a knife and pull this old rubber gasket off. Be careful, you don't want to scratch or break any of these grooves on the canister. And we'll pop this on. Alright, I've got that old ring off. We're going to put this new one on, and it shouldn't be too hard. You just work it around the grooves and into its correct slot that it goes in. As you can see, that only took a couple seconds. From here, we're going to grab some old oil, and an old automotive trick, we're going to rub oil around this new gasket. And next, we're going to put this filter in. On the bottom part of this, you'll see these prongs. That goes in the little circle area there, and it will snap into place, as you can see there. That allows the filter to connect itself to the canister, and then you can tighten it in. From here, we're going to walk over to the car and put it in the canister. Back at the car, we're reinstalling the filter into the canister. Be careful because, again, you're going in and out of hoses and in areas that are pretty tight. So he's going to position that filter down into the canister, and he is going to hand tighten the canister cap. And from there, we're going to grab that 24mm socket, and we're going to carefully tighten the canister cap back on. This is the new drain plug, and again, do yourself a favor, go out and buy a new one. It's only about $18. This is a very weak bolt to begin with, and it's aluminum, and they strip very easily. And prior to putting it in, we are going to lubricate the gasket just the same as we did the filter itself. Not a lot of oil, just lubricate that gasket prior to putting it back in. This is a 10mm bolt, and again, it is aluminum. When it gets to a point where it's snug, just give it another little turn, and don't tighten it too much. You'll end up stripping the bolt. From here, I've got the bolt on, and I'm just going to clean up all around the new bolt. And after 10 minutes of driving the vehicle or whatnot, I'm going to get back under here and I'm going to check for leaks. Next thing, we are going to add the oil, and we are going with a full synthetic blend. The vehicle had full synthetic blend prior to draining out, so we are going to keep it the same. It's Valvoline 5W30 as we move into the winter weather. And refer to your owner's manual. Make sure you put in the proper amount of oil for this specific year and make and model. It's 4 quarts, 4¼ quarts. And again, reference your oil cap, as you can see here, 5W30. All right, we've got the oil in, we got the cap back on, and we are going to pull the dipstick back out and try to get a better picture here. As you can see, there's 3 little prongs, or 3 little grooves there, and just to the right of the 3rd groove on the right, there is a mesh portion. You want to make sure oil feeds into that. And we'll put that back in. Start the vehicle up, let it run for a couple minutes, turn it off, let the oil sit for a couple minutes, and then recheck the dipstick, add oil if you need to, and you should be good. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, keep watching.
Okay, after all said and done, we've changed the oil, and we are ready to reset the gauge on our dash. If you look right here off the steering wheel, you see the set clear button right here, and you're going to toggle the menu switch on your dash, and that's going to take you to your vehicle information. Right now the oil life has not been changed, so we're going to go ahead and press this set clear button, hold it until you hear a sound. And are you sure you want to reset? You're going to toggle up to yes. And there you go. We're 100%.